There are a lot to consider at the start of the academic year. Everyone has their personal agenda, and keeping up with all that's expected of you can be overwhelming. It's important to have a few things clearly set in your mind and embedded into your practice as early as possible. Here are a few of these things that you can consider, enabling you to hit the ground running smoothly and efficiently. Name cards are a great touch to the start of the year. They are quick and easy to produce and have astounding results. The yield is typically a total of 8 to 12 name cards for each sheet of A4. Name cards serve as an icebreaker for students, giving them a relaxing opportunity to produce something unique to them. It can help to provide a reassuring sense of identity and individuality in a large class of what could be all new faces. Selecting a particular color card and designing it with a measure of creativity can add personal touch for students in a uniform wearing environment. Name cards enriches learning conversations by personalizing the selection of students seamlessly. It also enforces the no hands up policy and enhances the name learning process for teachers. This is especially useful in schools or educational settings where you teach a variety of learning groups. When it comes to rules, the less the better, and clarity and reinforcement are key to their success. Develop 3 to 5 simple rules and share them with your students. Make every aspect clear to each individual in the learning environment. Give students the opportunity to articulate if they feel that these rules are fair and achievable. And this helps to give the consensus that they are reasonable expectations. This reduces the need to defy these rules and make all parties in the learning environment feel a sense of duty to uphold them. Though students might see the rules as reasonable in and of itself, that does not mean that they'll seek to adhere to them. Establish the rules by reinforcing them intentionally in every interaction. Appreciate the small wins and remain resound and resolute in adhering to the rules. Within 8 to 12 weeks, the habits would have been formed, and those seeking to be defiant would be well noted. Take action to address their behavior. This is seeking to achieve the right attitude and behavior for their learning and that of the group. It reinforces accountability and responsibility for all. Introduce yourself, lay out your expectations, and embark on building relationships with students and colleagues. Learn some personal details about students that you can use to ease them into the new academic year. Work out what things can add to their happiness and see how these things can be included in the learning experience. These could be using students' names, using their favorite sports in learning activities that you're creating, as well as using meaningful talents or strengths that the students possess when you're building learning activities. Get parents involved early and keep them informed and engaged. Be flexible yet fair. Be patient yet acting timely. And maintain a sense of humor whilst having a clear line of demarcation about what is acceptable or unacceptable. Where you struggle to follow through, establish an accountability partner to keep you on track. It should be someone you can ask for advice and share challenges with without feeling unnecessarily judged, and where the advice you're given are things that you know will be effective. Know yourself and what you want in order to maintain mentally healthy as you deal with relational challenges. Seek to understand others as you are desiring to be understood. Simplify your bulletin board and your to-do list. Set up your record-keeping files, either mechanically or electronically. Record school events that affects you in your planner and make the necessary arrangements. Plan sequence of lessons and forward plan so that the relevant resources can be procured and or printed. Know who your SEND and gifted students are, how to meet their needs, and plan with them in mind. Have a clear list of actions or time management quadrant for each day, and be clear about how you intend to use your limited planning, preparation, and assessment times. Reward yourself for what you have accomplished and roll over unaccomplished items to the next day or a more suitable time later on where they can be achieved based on urgency and importance. Have a set of quick codes or abbreviations that you can use in students' books that is shared with them and clearly understood. Schedule progressive assessment times in each lesson to check on and monitor students' understanding and directing their learning. Keep a pen ready to make the relevant notes about the dialogue. This ensures that students are learning and progressing. It is also beneficial when sitting down to give written feedback. Pencil into your schedule in line with your school's marking policy when you will mark and give written feedback to each of your classes. As much as possible, stick to this schedule, although interchanging with groups based on end of learning sequences would be a good way to utilize your time efficiently and effectively. It's important to hit the ground running and start how you intend to continue. The first term seems like one of the longest and the hardest for most teachers as they try to embed routines and establish ground rules with students. However, teachers who spend the time to cement these fundamentals into the daily routine have a more successful year ahead. Make the most of implementing the expectations and standards you require. Do so early to reduce the possibility of future challenges. Have an all-rounded, rewarding year ahead.